bitch! I'm the girl. Hi, how are you? Yeah! I have to apologize in advance. I'm on a little bit of the Dayquil, but I'm not really hoity-toity. I'm not actually on Dayquil. I'm on generic Target Dayquil. It's still orange sunshine, though, let me tell you. So I know that Jesus and his wife Leslie. Anyone? I know you guys were married. How long did it take you to move in with your when you were dating? How long did it take you to move in? A couple of years, right? I've been dating with my boyfriend for about 7 years now, and we moved in together about 3 years ago. And that's a big step, right? You know, when you're moving in together, and because you have to get used to each other's idiosyncrasies. You know, the bullshit. You know, like not putting the toilet paper back on the holder when it's empty. You know, coming home and taking off your clothes and leaving them everywhere, including the kitchen. Yeah, and really, who forgets to flush? I don't know how he lives with me, really. But we've got a really solid relationship. We've been going out for over 7 years now, and we did that thing, you know, that the deal you make, where if you meet the celebrity of your choice, you can sleep with them, no questions asked. And it's fun, right? Because we're in LA. We might run into that celebrity at Ralph's or, you know, in a laundromat or something, right? So when we made our decisions, I picked Johnny Depp. Right, ladies? Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp? So, I picked Johnny Depp, and my boyfriend picked Johnny Depp. But it's okay because I picked Captain Jack Sparrow and he picked Charlene the Chocolate Factory, Johnny Depp. So give you a little Johnny sandwich if you wanted to. Well, it's funny. He and I we're so compatible and great. You know, we were at dinner the other night, and I'm sure all the men in the audience are going to love this. Don't you love it when you're at dinner and your woman wants to talk about the relationship? They want to talk about it, right? So I looked into my boyfriend's eyes and I said, am I your soulmate? Right in the middle of Denny's, right? I'm like, and then he looked at me and he went, can I touch your boobs right now? Well, see, yeah, exactly, right? That's what men want. Men want to touch the boobs. I wanted a soulmate. And then, like, so if I wrote one of those books, you know, what's the difference between men and women, it would just be one page. Men want boobs, women want soulmate, right? So it's already September, and I actually, guess what? I actually made a New Year's resolution that I'm keeping. My goal was to lose 100 pounds this year. I've lost 40 since January. But, let's be real, it is September. I have 60 pounds to go. So if you see me on New Year's Eve with a carton of smokes and a box of X-Lax, you know it's gone well. And you know it's funny because, you know, you see those commercials, your muffin top is showing. It's like, I don't have a muffin top, I have a mushroom cloud. And according to my doctors, I'm morbidly obese. I'm just trying to get to fat, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can a girl dream? I just want to get to fat by the end of the year. And then people like to give you advice on how to lose weight. You know, I read an article about how in order to lose weight, you should exchange one pleasure for another, right? So if I want a cookie, I guess I should buy a pair of shoes. But as I mentioned earlier, on the generic Dayquil, I can't afford shoes because I'm a comic. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I thought, oh, okay, if I want a piece of candy, maybe I'll masturbate. Right? Think about it, you're in C's Candies, they offer you the people, right? No, I'm fine. So, speaking of Vegas, who here likes Vegas? Anyone in the crowd like Vegas? I had a feeling you were a Vegas kind of crowd. So, you know, one of the fun things that I like to do when I go to Vegas is the Excalibur Joust. I know, overweight and Wiccan, what a shocker. But I once worked at a Ren Fair. Again, shocker. So I went there. I was so excited. I go into the Excalibur Joust and I put on my paper crown. And then my wench walks over to me and she says with a hearty yell, hello, my name's Charlene. I'm going to be your wench tonight. You can have Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, or root beer. If you want anything alcoholic, you're going to have to talk to Stan. Money back? At least when I worked at the Ren Fair, I tried to do the little English accent, but that ruined my experience. And you know what else ruined my experience? You people with children who bring your kids to Vegas. we will all make a pact together, right? We will all make a pact. If you people with kids stop bringing your kids to Vegas, we will all stop going to Chuck E. Cheese drunk. Yes! Maybe. Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese, you know, they have a motto. Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid. Yeah, I have a new motto for Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, cheaper than a box of condoms. Because there's nothing like little children to make you don't want to have any. And I'll tell you, I know, because I used to do children's birthday parties dressed as lovable little characters, like Cookie Monster and Elmo. And there's nothing quite as precious as being dressed up as Winnie the Pooh in Anaheim in 105-degree heat, being hit with a wiffle ball bat because they think you're the pinata. So let's talk about abortion, shall we?
Yeah!
If you're pro-life, you believe it's a moment at the moment of conception. And if you're pro-choice, you believe it's a life the moment it pops out, right?
Right.
So, right. I don't think it's a life until it can drive. Right? So 8-year-old Billy brings home a bad report card and goes, you know you can abort, right? Take it to traffic. Because I think there are times where my parents should have been able to abort. Let me bring you back to 7th grade English, where we had to make a toy. We had 6 weeks to make a toy out of anything in the Hobbit. People were bringing in elaborate mountain games and marionettes and beautiful dolls. I brought in a red knee sock with 2 googly eyes, scotch taped to the top of it, and called it Gollum. My mother got a call. She should have been able to abort, right? Here's the other thing. Here's the best part of it, right? My mother backed me up. My mother told that teacher, well, you told her to make a toy, you should have been more specific. This is why I'm a stand-up comic and broke now, and not a doctor. But I really think I'd be a great mom, but I wouldn't be one of those freaky moms that videotapes the birth, you know, that's just gross. You know, and you notice those moms are, you know, those moms are usually the ones who are far less likely to videotape the conception. During the conception, there's far less blood and crying. You know? So, and I'm getting to that age, I'm going to end with this, I'm getting to that age where, you know, people are coming up asking me all the time, oh, Charlene, don't you want kids? Don't you want to have little kids? You know, the clock is ticking. It's like, all right, listen, I'm in my 40s, don't rush me. I think that you should have your first child at least well into your 60s. And here's why. If you have a child, say, at 65, 66 years old, you only have the hopeful years to look forward to, right? You can look at your child and you can say, oh, he's going to be president of the United States one day. You know, he's going to be pitcher for the Dodgers one day. By the time your child is 41 and unemployed and decides that stand-up comedy is the right choice for her and borrows money for you for rent, you'll be dead. That's my time. Thank you very much.